Hi, I'm Ray, and welcome to TinyTableGames. Thank you very much for clicking on the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already to help my channel grow. And today we're going Battle of Hoth, Episode 4 in the campaign, which will be, unfortunately, the last entry in this particular campaign. There are two different campaigns that come in the box. This is Campaign 1, which is the traditional Battle of Hoth, if you will. And a second campaign, which is like Outpost Delta or Gamma or something like that, which we'll also be doing since this one was fairly short. There's actually like 13 scenarios in the book. Obviously, we did not get to all of them, but I thought it would be fun to follow the branching mission stories as opposed to just playing through each scenario in the book. That said, this scenario is escaping Echo Base, so the rebels are just trying to get away and the Empire's trying to stop them. So let's get to it. So here's the scenario setup. The Empire does not go first for once. They are just trying to collect medals by wiping out rebel troops. And the rebel troops are also need 5 medals to win. And they can get them in two ways. One, by wiping out Imperial troops, or by escaping off the far board edge. They do that by making a move when they're already in the last row. Every unit that escapes that way counts as a trophy for the rebels. So they've got two ways to do it. Meanwhile, the Empire just wants to shoot everybody. And because of how they performed in the last game, the rebels will be playing with only 3 cards in their command hand as opposed to 4. And they are out of support cards where the Empire is not. They still have 2. And whoever controls this, at the moment it's nobody, but I just have it set at Rebel for making it easier to see. If you are on top of that hill, you get to draw 1 extra command card per turn. So kind of an incentive for people to get there. The storyline being that, you know, people are trying to climb the hill to look around and see what they can see. That's about it. We'll get straight into it. The rebels start, and as I said, they only start with 3 cards. We've got Recon and Force, everybody in the middle, or order 2 vehicles. Reconning and Force might be the way to go, 1, 1, and 1, so I think we'll go that route. Activation number 1 will be this guy. He will count him as the middle person. Activation number 2, I really want to move the speeders. So we're going to move the speeders. 1, 2, 3. And over here, let's see, you can see over this, but nobody can move over it. And these guys are going to go 1, 2 and climb up the hill. That makes them visible, but it gives them a +1 in their defense, or -1 to whoever's shooting at them, so same thing. All right, so for shooting purposes, they move twice, so they can't do anything. They moved into rocks, so they can't do anything. The speeders can shoot, and they will be using 4 dice at those stormtroopers in the rocks there, -1 die for it being rocks. So, and they kill 2 and drive them back, so that's a really good result. So 2 out, and 2 are driven back, and it's up to the player who controls them as to where they're driven back to, but it has to be this hex or this hex. So I think they will get driven back. They really want to box them in, so they're going to go here. Because even the speeders would have to stop once they enter the rocks. Okay, Imperial's turn. We got raid on the left, or raid on the right, I should say. All infantry units in 1 section. 2 units of your choice. They can't attack, but they move 2 hexes. Precision fire. Move 1 additional hex and roll additional die. Special orders. Instead of drawing from your deck, look into your discard pile and choose 1. That's one of the special cards. Scout. Move an extra infantry unit, or final assault. Precision fire. I think precision fire is what we're going to go with. So the vehicle unit can move 1 extra hex and roll 1 extra die. So normally it only moves 1, but 1, 2, And now it rolls 1 extra die. So it's going to target these guys right here with 4 dice rather than 3. And it wipes them out. So there's 1 trophy for the Empire. That was quick. All right, back to the Rebels, who move 2 in the middle. In this case, I think we're going to move everybody in the middle before they just get stomped. So all-out assault in the middle. So for 1, these guys are going to move, and now they can shoot because they did move into rocks. They're just on the hilltop, and they're out of sight of the AT-AT now. These guys, well, you gotta do what you gotta do. They will run into the rocks. 1, 2. These guys will just go 1 because somebody's got to fight. And these guys will also take a step, which is risky, but that puts them that much closer to getting off the table. And if you don't press it, when you gonna? All right, so those guys can't shoot because they moved into the rocks. These guys can, and they can see these folks, so they'll be shooting at them with 2 dice. And they get 1, so that's marginally good shooting. Okay, these guys are going to shoot at the AT-AT with 2 dice. Granted, they had a historically terrible run of it last time, but hey, maybe this time they'll get lucky. So it ignores retreats, but it does hit once. And bounces off. And lastly, these guys, 3, 2, are going to, honestly, I think maybe shoot at those guys with 2 dice. Although if they do 3 dice at him, that clears out the, boy, that's a tough call. All right, we'll take a shot at the AT-AT 1 time. That's 2 hits. And it bounces off. Well, it was almost cool. Let's see, and that's everybody. So it is over to the Empire once again, who is... Okay, so we're going to do Trooper Assault, all infantry in the middle. So these guys will move up. These guys will move up. 1, 2. They moved up twice, so they can't shoot, but still. And these guys will move up. So they're going to shoot up the hill at the rebels there, so they get 2 dice. And they force him to retreat, which is bad because now the rebels don't have control of that, but it hasn't flipped yet, so technically they still do. And at least they had a spot to retreat 2. These guys will shoot at them with 3 dice. And they get 1 no hits and 1 retreat. So they retreat back up the hill. So all-out assault on the left, 2 in the middle, 2 vehicle units, or 2 on the left again. I think we'll do all-out assault on the left. So, got to move carefully. These guys will move back up to here. These guys are going to run for 2 into, oh boy, we better move the speeders first. Okay, the speeders are going to move up 1 and into this bottleneck to try and clear it. These guys are going to run 2 behind them. Yeah. And so these can shoot and they can shoot, so they will be firing down at these guys with 3 dice. And they got 1. It'd be a shame if they got more than 1 guy at a time. And the speeders will be shooting at those 2 troopers in an attempt to clear them out and get their first trophy. And even with the cocked die, they managed to do it. So, trophy. And more importantly, it clears out that hex and gives a bit of a window getting over to that direction. Now, back to the Empire. 2 in the middle. We'll just do order 3 units of your choice, direct from HQ. That's a powerful card. So, first order is going to be for those guys who are not going to move. Second order will be for these guys who are also not going to move. And the third order will go to the walker. Who I don't think is going to move either. So, starting over here, they're going to use 3 dice at the speeders. And they only force them to back up 1. These 2 are shooting up the hill again, so 2 dice. Or excuse me, yeah, 2 dice because it's up the hill. So they get 1 and force him to retreat again. And the walker is going to fire at these guys in the open with 3 dice. He gets 2. Okay, the rebels are really kind of stalling out there. On the left, I think so. So a raid on the left again for 2. 2 units. So 1, 2, 3 for the speeders to get past that point. I want to take that hill back, but I also want to get rid of those guys, so I've got a bigger avenue towards opening up. We're going this way. 1, 2. They're just running. Since the order is to escape. So we got 4 dice, -1 because of the rocks going at those stormtroopers. Wow, good roll. 3 of them are gone. And that's the end of their turn. Back to the Empire. Going to use special orders. Instead of drawing from your deck, look into your discard pile and take one of those. And we'll take direct from HQ and order 3 more units of our choice. So we will order these guys who are going to actually step to here. This guy who's still holding his position, and the walker once again. So number 1, he will shoot at those well, actually he'll shoot at the speeders with 3 dice. Wow, he should have shot at the guys. So no hits against the speeders. These 2 guys will shoot at the speeders with 2 dice. And they knock 1 down. And the walker will target this lone guy here with 3 dice. Wow. Apparently that one little guy is bobbing and weaving like nobody's business. We will actually use another special card, which is the scout one, which basically just says you move another infantry unit that you haven't moved yet. So we are going to move these guys up. And that will allow them to take a shot at these folks. Can they still see them? Yes, they can, because this does not block line of sight. So 3, 2, 1, -1 for the hill, so 0. So they're better off shooting at these guys. 3, 2, -1, so 1 die at those guys. Shooting up the hill, which drives them back 1. And they only have one choice since the other choice is a crevasse. Man, those retreats are really not working out too friendly. Okay, now it's over to the rebels. Two in the middle. We maybe should do that. Two on the right. That's probably a better choice. Yeah, two on the right it is. Although, that third card's real tempting to pick up there with that two in the middle. So it's not such a bad deal now. All right, two in the middle. We'll do that. So these guys are going to move. These guys are moving up the hill. At least they're at full strength. And this guy, well, does he have a chance at that? Not really, but he also can't take down the stormtroopers, so might as well go for that guy. Okay, so these guys will be shooting down to those two, 3 2 dice. And they get one and force the others to retreat. So that's pretty good. And they'll retreat this way to try and clog up the area as much as they can. And this guy is going to just go for it and attack the AT-AT again. With 0 hits. Well, I mean, that's realistic, I guess. So, that's the end of the turn. The rebels get to draw an extra card because they're on the hill and still controlling it. I think we will do the 2 on the right, or 2 on their right, which is over here. First, this guy will activate and move up 1, and that guy will activate and move 0. And now he will fire into the speeders with 3 dice. He gets 1 of them. And this guy will fire into the speeders with 3 dice. And he finishes them out. So there's another trophy for the Empire. Well, they're on their way to 5. Yeesh. And they draw up another card. Okay, rebels, do something amazing. That's not helpful. We don't even have any artillery. 2 vehicle units. We don't have any vehicle units. We're going to use a recon card. 1 guy on the left, and then we'll draw 2. Although he's still standing. Ugh. Yeah, I still think recon's the way to go. So, one on the left, so it's either this guy, that guy, or those guys. It's going to be this guy for sure. So he's going to move 1, and he will shoot at that guy because he is the most exposed. And look at that, they actually get him. So it's 2 trophies to 2. And they're still drawing an extra card because of that, so their hand's building up, which is excellent, because, man, they need it. Yikes. We'll move 3 units of the same type. They can move 1 additional hex. In this case, though, it's going to be infantry. The 1 extra hex, so normally they can move 1 and shoot. Now they can move 2 and shoot. And he's going to stay right where he's at. And this one's going to move 1 and shoot. Those are the 3. So he will shoot them with 3 dice from there. And gets 2. He will shoot with 1 die from there. and gets nothing. And lastly, these guys will shoot up the hill with 2 dice. And gets 1. Woof. The attrition, this is crazy. All right, back to the rebels. 2 on the right. Move everybody on that side, or 3 units of your choice. Well, they can't move, but can roll an extra die. Okay, we're gonna move 1 unit of my choice, which isn't the best. Brother. I don't know. Here's the thing. Well, maybe. Maybe it's time to stand and fight on their way out of town. Fine. Defensive position. 3 units. Can't move, but roll 1 extra die. Hope for the best. This guy, and these guys, and this guy. So starting over here, he'll be shooting 4 dice, -1 for the rock, so 3 dice at that guy. And he gets them. Phew. These guys will be shooting down into them with 4 dice. So they actually have a chance of wiping this unit out in 1 go. They get half of it. They only need 1 more trophy to win. So if they're clearing off enough of the space, they can manage to do it. So this lone little dude versus the AT-AT could win the game for the rebels and help facilitate their escape off of Hoth. So 4 dice because of the roll. Come on, buddy. You got this. That is 2 hits. He does it. Lone little trooper in the middle. Must be Luke. Takes that guy down, which is 4 victory points, which is enough for the rebels to win, meaning that they escape the board. There aren't enough Imperial forces left to hold them in place. Wow. I mean, hey, I can't think of how it could end better than a single rebel soldier fighting off an AT-AT and winning for the last move of the game. That's fantastic. As always, I really enjoy this game. It always comes across as cinematic. It kind of tells a little story while you're playing without bogging it down and taking forever, and it's a fairly small map space. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's the first campaign in the Battle of Hoth set. We're going to go ahead and play the second campaign, which is a different outpost on Hoth, so it kind of happens simultaneously, just at a different location. Kind of the same formula. Obviously, it's using a lot of the same maps, but it plays out on its own, so it's a little bit different. So that'll be coming up next. In any case, I am Ray. This is TinyTableGames. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the conclusion to Campaign 1 of Battle of Hoth. I certainly did. A dramatic last-second win for the rebels, in a sense. At least they escaped. That's kind of a win. And I'll see you next time. I hope you have a great day.